There are moments in life when you pause, look at where you are, and quietly ask yourself, was I really meant for more than this? You scroll through social media, see others moving ahead, smiling, succeeding, and wonder, is something wrong with me? You feel overwhelmed by the weight of responsibilities, yet underwhelmed by meaning. You give your best to your job, your family, your relationships, but still carry a silent question in your heart. Do I even matter in the grand scheme of things? Let me tell you something today, not as a motivational speaker, but as a voice echoing what's been true since the beginning of time. You are not here by accident. You are not just a name in a database or a face in a crowd. Your life was sculpted with intention. The same creative force that set galaxies in motion took time to shape your story. You were formed with care. Every breath you take is sacred. And even if your current season feels confusing, painful, or disappointing, that does not erase your value. Your life is a thread in a much bigger tapestry. The hands that formed you did not make a mistake. The gaps in your understanding do not cancel out the depth of your purpose. Even if you've heard voices in your past that made you feel like you're not enough, let me say this again louder for your soul. You are enough. You are seen. You were created on purpose, for purpose. Still, I know how heavy it can get. The news floods your feed with chaos. Bills keep piling up. Relationships get strained. Some nights are sleepless. Some mornings feel pointless. The storms of life are loud. Anxiety tries to become your background music. And in all of this, you start to wonder, where is the light? You feel like you're surrounded by shadows. But I want to remind you, no amount of darkness can extinguish the light inside of you. The light that was placed in you from the very beginning is not dependent on your circumstances. That light doesn't need perfect conditions to shine. In fact, it's designed to shine best in dark places. You might be going through a season that feels like midnight. You may be struggling to find direction, to find clarity, to find peace. But this is the very moment where the light begins to break through. Because that light isn't from the world. It's from the one who breathed life into you. It's a light that says, you're not alone. It whispers, there's hope beyond what you see. You don't need all the answers. You don't need to pretend to be strong. What you need is to not give up, because you were never asked to fight every battle alone. There is a power that stands with you in silence, a presence that can outshine confusion, doubt, and fear, not because you've earned it, but because you are deeply, endlessly loved. And in the middle of your chaos, you are being offered something the world cannot give you, peace. Not peace that depends on perfect timing or perfect people, but peace that anchors your soul when the winds are wild. A peace that says, even now you're held. Even now you're protected. Even now you are enough. That peace can heal the deepest parts of you, not just your circumstances, but your spirit, your mind, your broken trust, your bruised confidence. Healing that time alone cannot give. Healing that doesn't just cover wounds, but restores wholeness. You see, the real chains are not always visible. They're not just addictions or bad habits. Sometimes they're silent, fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of not being loved. Sometimes they're rooted in memories, in things that were said to you or done to you. You carry them quietly. But today, something is shifting. The same love that formed you also came to free you, not just from your past, but from the false identities you've accepted along the way. You were never created to live chained to fear, shame, or guilt. You were created to be free. You were never asked to be flawless. You were asked to be real. You were never required to be powerful on your own. You were invited to draw strength from something greater. You are not defined by how many times you failed, but by the courage it takes to rise again. And maybe you feel like you're not qualified to carry such purpose. But hear this. The greatest transformations often come from the most broken places. The light shines brightest through cracked vessels. You are not disqualified because of your weakness. In fact, it's in your weakness that true strength can rise. So today, let go of the lie that you have to have it all together to move forward. Let go of the belief that your pain has disqualified you. Let go of the idea that you've missed your moment. Your breath is proof that your purpose is still alive. There is more ahead, more healing, more hope, more growth, more peace. You were made for deeper things. You were made to walk in freedom, to shine with a light that brings hope, and to carry a peace that defies explanation. You were created with intention. No darkness is too deep, and real healing, real peace, it is yours to walk in. So take a breath. Close your eyes for a moment. Let the weight fall, and let these truths begin to take root. You are loved. You are chosen. You are free. And the best is not behind you, it's ahead. And now that your heart is quiet and open, let me take you deeper into something even more personal, something life-shaping. Because freedom is only the beginning. The question is, what do we do with it? Once the chains are gone, once the noise fades, once peace enters your life, what's next? The world will try to pull you in every direction. It will try to define your worth by what you produce, what you earn, how many people notice you. But there's a deeper truth Jesus taught us, one the world forgets. You are not valuable because of what you do. You are valuable because of who you are. You are not just surviving, you are becoming. Becoming someone who reflects love in a world soaked in judgment. Becoming someone who brings light where others only bring noise. Your calling is not to be louder than everyone else, but to be clearer, calmer, grounded. That comes from within. It comes from connection, from staying anchored in what is true, even when everything else is shifting. And that truth is this: you are not walking through life alone. You are being shaped daily by something greater. Your thoughts are being renewed. Your character is being refined. Even the silence, yes, even the long, quiet seasons when you feel unseen, are part of the transformation. Jesus taught us that the kingdom grows like a seed, quietly, slowly underground, until one day it bursts forth with fruit. That's you. That's your story. And as you keep living in that freedom, a new strength rises in you. Not the kind that needs applause, not the kind that gets headlines, but the kind that endures, the kind that stays steady when others shake. Because your source is not external. Your peace doesn't depend on things going right. Your joy isn't tied to circumstances. You've built your life on a rock, and storms don't move rocks. There will still be challenges, but now you face them knowing you're held. You work hard, yes, but you don't carry the weight alone. You still get tired, but now you know where to go for rest. You may still feel pain, but now you understand that healing is more than just survival. It's about being restored, fully, deeply, from the inside out. And as this transformation unfolds, a new boldness enters your spirit. You begin to dream again. You begin to trust again. You begin to see the world not just as it is, but as it could be, if more hearts awakened like yours has. And that vision, that fire, that is the life Jesus always wanted you to live. Not a life of fear, not a life of performance, but a life rooted in truth, flowing with peace, burning with purpose. So rise, my friend. You've come a long way, but this is only the beginning. There is more to walk into. There are people waiting for your light. There are doors waiting for your steps. There are storms waiting to be calmed by your peace. And the one who called you, he has not changed. His love hasn't wavered. His plan hasn't faltered. And his eyes have never left you.